Our next guest is a definite giant of Chicano literature, taught at Yale. It is definitely my pleasure and honor to introduce Jimmy Santiago Baca.
You sign checks, and she signs love. You signal for waiters, and she signals warnings to dealers on the street corner, and you raise your hands to heaven. And she raises hers to block blows every night, and you use yours to embrace, and hers are to push away. Yours to turn the book pages, and hers to count end of the day earnings. Gas up, grub down, and hit the streets again, so she's going to take it to you. Because there's a war going on. In the streets, in the jails, everywhere beyond her barrio is where the enemies live. Angry, lonely, hurt, unloved, despised, ostracized, yeah. So you better clear off the streets when the sun goes down, because when darkness comes, it's always been hers. It's where she's lived in all her life, and she can see in the dark, cry in the dark, eat and love and hurt in the dark. And it's here, and it's all we ever gave her. So when she catches us, they're in it. She doesn't care who we are, what color we are, whether we're black or white or brown. She's going to bring it to us. She's going to make us feel just a little bit of the darkness that she has felt and lived in all her life. You can be sentimental about rehabilitating her and flatter yourselves by thinking we can change her and send all them goodwill probation officers and counselors to try to change her. But she ain't changing nothing because it's based on a lie. A lie telling her that she's supposed to be poor, that justice is for the rich and the privileged. She knows that when you take away every single chance and opportunity before she's even born, if we build a prison cell for her to live in before she's even born, predicting that she's going to be a criminal because she's black or brown, if we take away her essential need to communicate and even the tiniest chance she has to scrape crumbs of dignity off the welfare table, if we devise ways to make her feel inferior and make her feel different than others, more acceptable, if we call her names like nigger and spick and white trash, all she is doing in the dark is screaming, I need to communicate to another human being. And so she gets older. And she's cooked 1,000 pots of soup and nothing's changed. She's made 1,000,000 tortillas and served them to guests, and ain't nothing changed. She's poured 1,000,000 cups of coffee, and nothing's happened. She's changed and washed 1,000,000 sheets, and still no change in the way that society treats her kind. She's counted the beads on her rosary on her knees every night, walking up and down them streets. She's seen people come and move out, seen the trim repainted, the houses renovated, the mayors come and go. The gangs and the hip-hop crews sling the sullied raps of love on the mean streets of the night city, but nothing's changed. She's seen the mist roll in from the bay with the commerce ships and the tankers come in at sunrise, everything promising to bring a brand new day, a brand new justice, a new way of respecting each other, a new way of hope and promises of just fucking peace. But after the poets have gone home tonight and the musicians put away the saxophones and guitars in the leather cases, and when the audience snugs collars against their necks and they head home, she knows that nothing's changed. She smiles at the pigeons flustering for scraps near the can, and beyond it she sees a homeless family in their blankets shivering from cold and hunger, and she looks away and she sees others on a corner selling crack, turns the other way and sees a policeman beating down a Latina. And she turns the other way and she sees a drunk stumbling in the alley. And she recalls when you used to look in the 4 directions for praying to the spirit world. And now no one looks at anywhere unless it's to protect yourself, to keep alive. And now people yell out of her, go home. You're taking our jobs away. You're not American. And this city, its glass, its streets, its bricks, its rooms, consider Julia an alien, and she senses in each one of these things a menace to her own safety. That's the Julia I'm talking about. A brown woman who waits at the bus station praying she ain't gonna get arrested for being brown. A brown woman who can fit everything she owns after 50 years of work in a suitcase. A brown woman who's got to be careful what she says so she don't say nothing. Because her reality is not like the other reality. Their sunshine days are her dark nights. Their cool, breezy mornings are her blinding sandstorms. Their justice is her imprisonment. Their freedom is her shackle. Their safety at home is her in the middle of the night being tossed into an INS truck in handcuffs and deported. She knows the two realities, and all she ever wanted was peace. Thank you.
Give it up for Jimmy Baca, y'all.